Hey guys, it's Stem Cell here. Oops. So I want to show you guys what TOFU-DREG is, and I want to react to it. And I uh, I worked in construction for like 15 years before this, so I can give you some pretty good ideas about what's going on. But all right, here we go.
On the morning of April 8th, a large number of roof tiles fell off a building in Hansheng, Shanxi. Locals say it was caused by strong winds, and fortunately, no one was injured. The video shows these traditional-style buildings collapsing unexpectedly, which shocked everyone. After the incident, the area in front of
The same thing happened to their like really old temple that they had. Like it would be like a national treasure type thing here, and they did the same thing on that.
the shops below was in disarray. Some viewers of the video thought it was a severe earthquake, only to realize it was due to shoddy construction. One person commented that ancient buildings have stood for hundreds of years, while these newly built ones just fall apart with a gust of wind. On September 15th, a blog
Look at that. Does anybody see what's wrong with that? Styrofoam?
filmed foam stuffed into the railings of a bridge. 2 hours after posting the video, it was deleted by internet moderators.
我操！
A lot of stuff gets censored in China, by the way.
太假了吗？
That's so fake. What's that? It's like foam. This bridge is unbelievable. It could just collapse with a little push.
Also on September 15th,
Oh my
in
gosh.
Qinhuangdao, Hebei, part of a bridge cable
That could have killed some people.
support structure fell off. A driver filmed the terrifying scene while driving. One person said,
We're a fun-loving production company in the mountains of Utah. We partner with ad agencies and marketing pros to tell stories.
If it had fallen on someone, it would have been a disaster.
Many viewers pointed out that this was another case of poorly constructed infrastructure.
Shoddy construction. The entire cable bridge.
So one thing that they do in China when they make their metal, metallurgy is it's like a recipe kind of, and you get your best recipe by cooking it over and over and over kind of a thing. Like Chinese, like let's say German or American metal, they'll have tons of slag, which means they're purifying the metal. They're taking all the contaminants and other stuff out of there. China, they just throw it all in there. They don't care. So you get stuff like this where stuff that shouldn't be breaking breaks.
Has completely fallen apart.
This bridge didn't last long before it had quality issues. And this major project only started operating a little over a year ago. And now this? Someone should investigate. Another person remarked, "It's so strange that no TV stations are reporting on this." Upon investigation, it was found that local media did not report on the incident. This is a common practice under the Chinese Communist Party, where accidents are often covered up if possible, and if casualties occur, false numbers are reported. That's how the government claims China is the safest place. On September 14th,
Yeah, if you don't report accidents, you get a pretty good record. Look at this. So like right here, you guys all see what that is? That is like one of those grates you drive over all the time, where the water goes down on. Look at that. A bicycle broke through and went down. That's again that same metal thing. It's just crappy metal. You ever wonder why China's stuff is so cheap?
another blogger analyzed a newly constructed road where a manhole cover was damaged by just a bicycle passing by.
Take a look at this, everyone. This is a newly paved road. A bicycle passed by and the manhole cover collapsed. You can see how cleanly it broke off right there. This is made from cast iron and the bike was enough to break it. Clearly, the quality is subpar. I just wanted to ask, was there an inspection? Who was in charge of that? Shouldn't we be holding them accountable if something happens? Actually, there are many reports online about these manhole cover issues, but people don't take it seriously. They think it's fine, nothing's happened. But if something does happen, if lives are lost, many people will be affected. Let's be blunt. People getting rich off this is understandable. But when it comes to issues that could cause major dangers, can we at least ensure some quality? Let's not be so careless about it.
One commenter said, "There's just too much of this."
Oh my gosh. Did they just leave it open or what?
The market's flooded with defective goods, junk products everywhere.
Gosh.
Another added, "This happens all over the country. It's just not reported." In China, the quality of various
Yeah, they're outside of their buildings are just bad. So like normally what we do is we'll have like in the United States we'll have like an inch of foam and then they'll put what's called stucco over it, which is, I mean, like usually probably half an inch, 3/4, you know, sometimes thicker. Whatever they're putting on here is like an eighth of an inch to a quarter thick. It's and I don't know how they attach it, but it always falls off.
construction projects is often criticized, with the term TOFU-DREG projects commonly used. The most frequent problems are with the houses people live in.
TOFU-DREG, guys, is like, I guess when they make tofu, the stuff that's left over is like really grainy and like it won't hold together. Well, that's where you get TOFU-DREG construction.
Take a look at this.
Oh my gosh, look at that. This
is Tianyuan Yayuan's overpriced resettlement housing. The quality of the poor.
So what happens here is China will actually cheap out either on when you make concrete, there's a certain type of sand that you're supposed to use, but it's a little bit more expensive. But they'll just throw like any type of sand in there, and then this is what you get. You get like clay holding up support beams in skyscrapers and stuff.
Walls is shocking. In Jinhua City, Zhejiang Province, villagers had been waiting 3 years for their resettlement homes. But when the homes were delivered, the official notice didn't mention crucial issues like housing quality.
That's got water damage right there.
Or fire safety checks. Residents soon found serious problems, like malfunctioning fire shutters, moldy walls.
Look how thin that is. Look how thin that is. It is not supposed to be that thin. Not at all.
And missing rooftop protections. A blogger showed footage of a major issue in Chengdu's Wenjiang Intercontinental Health City, where
think that's a drain?
supporting columns in the basement had been leaking water for over 10 days.
That's the column to the building.
The blogger then revealed that.
Look at that. Gosh. So, with concrete, it has a very good compression ratio. So, like, if you set stuff when it's on the ground on concrete, it'll hold a lot of weight. But, like, say you make a bridge out of concrete. Well, in that case, you need metal rebar on the inside, like this stuff right here that you can see, which you're not supposed to be able to see. It's kind of, it helps hold it together, because just concrete will just, you know, break if it's spanning a distance, horizontally. And anyway, so they put metal in it. Sometimes they'll put cables in it and tension it, so it's tight. But that's how they can use concrete, like for bridges and that type of thing. But it takes a lot of metal, and yeah, if you're seeing rusted rebar, it's not a good thing.
Even the well-known China Resources Group had been exposed for serious quality issues. This happened on July 2nd. After one of our neighbors received their home and started renovations, they found that nearly all the developers' decorated walls had come down. After tearing them down, they discovered that the steel reinforcement in the beams had been cut. They immediately called the property management, and the pictures were shared in the owners group. Someone who knew better pointed out that this beam definitely shouldn't have been touched. Soon after, other neighbors checked their apartments, and we found similar issues in building X and Y, where steel reinforcements had been cut. The blogger said that at first, people didn't understand the potential dangers, so they met with the developer and experts. After analyzing the situation, the experts concluded that it was a case of sabotage. An inspection followed, and it was discovered that every one of the 96 apartments had the same problem. The developer and experts provided a solution to
Look at that. It's terrible. They just stuffed paper in there to fill the hole.
force the affected apartments, but the rest of the apartment's issues remained unresolved.
Has your boss arrived yet? Look at the work you've done here.
Did I just see a toilet?
One homeowner confronted workers on the spot, criticizing the building's thin floors.
That, I think, is the bottom of a
When they were installing a toilet,
yeah.
they accidentally punctured the floor. A homeowner in Zhuzhou City, Hunan, filmed a video saying,
You shouldn't be able to accidentally puncture the floor in a concrete place. Not like that.
I called the workers to come over today. They saw this crack in the floor, which runs all the way to the front, right through the middle of the living room. And there's a crack in the bedroom too, starting from the center and stretching all the way to the front. In another video, a homeowner shows how poor quality construction led to the entire house's walls cracking. I asked you, how are you going to solve this?
Gosh, that is so scary right there.
Do you still want it?
I don't want it anymore.
Don't want it? Tear it down.
Tear it down? Fine.
Why are you saying it like this?
It's not me saying it. I'm asking you how you're going to solve it. Many bloggers have made fun of the so-called 70-year property rights in China.
70 years of ownership, and after
So in China, you don't own anything. The government, even if you build a house on it and you own the house, supposedly, you still don't own the land. So in 70 years, they can literally just kick you off and build something else there. You know, you could be a 70-year-old man, or I guess maybe you'd be a little older, but if you inherited your parents' house, you could get kicked out of it, you know, and have nowhere to go.
just 10 to 20 years, the exterior walls are cracking, leaking, the plaster is falling off, beams are cracking, and pipes are aging, clogged and leaking. Now the quality of these houses is really worrying. Can we really live in them for 70 years? After 20 years they are falling apart. Look at this balcony wall, it's already cracked. You can see the exposed steel rebar. This is from the original developer. One building from 2017
Oh my
is like
gosh. Let me explain this. Look at that. That's rebar, and that's all the concrete have fallen off. That's supposed to be like a square post, right? So I don't know if anybody's heard the terminology of bearing point, but so bearing points are things that carry weight down to the ground where the foundation is, so the foundation can hold that weight pretty much. And if like that's a skyscraper, that is so scary for that to be. That's structural, like, oh gosh, I'll just keep going.
now. The cement is falling off, and the steel rebar is rusted and exposed. It's terrifying, and it's only been 8 years since it was built. I just want to ask,
8 years?
how many more years do you have on your mortgage? With this house, you don't even need to worry about what will happen when the 70 years of property...
So, oh my gosh. Down here, this is supposed to go all the way down here to a footing, but it looks like they ran out of concrete or something. I don't know. Like, it's not that much more concrete. I'll go over why this happens so much here in a minute.
rights expire. Some people question the building quality, but I advise you not to talk nonsense. It has passed inspections and the supervision team is qualified.
This blogger mentions
Past
that a building
inspections.
constructed by China Railway No. 1 Bureau
Looks great, right? You guys gonna live in there?
has cracked ceilings and subsided floors. China Railway No. 1 Bureau is a state-owned enterprise.
So, you need a passport. You You could get it the old way, spend hours filling out confusing forms, drive
At the Beimiao community built by China Railway No. 1 Bureau, the roof has cracked and we measured with one level. The highest and lowest points are now 2 centimeters apart. We discovered the issue yesterday and today they just smeared it with cement. At least they should wait for the cement to dry before applying it. This is just a cover-up.
On September 11th, the Yunxi Yuyuan community in Zhaozhuang City, Shandong.
That is supposed to be concrete. And I can tell you this is not, it's not supposed to look like that. Like, that didn't even adhere into, like, one piece. Like, it's just, it's like wet dirt pretty much poured into a beam that's holding your house up.
Province was shown to have major issues. Part of the beams were loose, and the rebar was rusting and exposed. The construction team and the homeowner agreed to jointly hire a third-party agency for an assessment.
Look here, above my head, see this piece of wood? When I scratch it, the concrete and rebar inside start falling apart, creating dust. This area is right above the living room and the middle of the beams. We can see that the rebar and the main reinforcement are completely exposed, and they are rusting.
A homeowner, Miss Su, said, "You haven't even come to the site to check. You sent someone to say that it's just dust. Even someone who doesn't know much would know that this isn't dust. That's nonsense." Later, when Manager Zhao came, during our phone conversation, you didn't say you'd come to the site. After seeing it in person, and after talking to my project manager, you finally admitted that this is indeed a quality issue. On September 9th, a homeowner in Wangjiangfu community.
So also, guys, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, please. Also, go check out China Observer. I really like their channel. Okay, I've got, I believe it's here. Yeah, is it here? Dang it, I lost it. Hold on. There it is, there it is. So I want to describe why, like, this is a very, very common thing in China. Very, very, very common. Like, almost every construction like this. Even stuff that should really count, you know, that it still ends up like this. But anyways, so there is a great way that I can explain it to you. So there was two contractors apparently, and one guy had a dispute with the other. And anyways, so that guy ended up hiring a hitman, wanted him dead. What ended up happening is he hired a hitman. The hitman took half, hired another guy, and then the next guy took half, hired another guy, and then when they got down here, this guy with the least amount of money, right? He ended up going to the contractor and going, "Hey, can I come tie you up and take pictures of you tied up? I'll pay you this much money." Anyways, and they all got busted. But this is exactly what happens in China with their construction. They'll have like 5 people with their hands in there taking money out that aren't doing anything, and then when the actual builders get there, like, they have no budget to build a place, so they cheap out on everything they can. Sometimes they throw dirt and stuff, you know. But anyways, it's a system of corruption. It's really bred into the communist system. But anyways, so what do you guys think? I really like these type of videos, especially the TOFU-DREG ones. Anyways, let me know in the comments, and like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.